This, I guess, would be technically season three. I think I've called my last two seasons season three. But anyway, part two is our first episode, January 17th, 2006. The Grizzy, I'm Mickey Black, back for another year, another season. Blessings. Anyway, in the second half, well, I got a couple of points here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 points for my second half. Or in the first half, we talked about the future of the new format. We talked about our folks in Minneapolis. We talked about Philly Rec. In this second half, we'll talk about, and not that I'm picking on anybody. Nobody watches my show, so you know what? I'm not going to worry about picking on people because everybody's got more viewers than I got, so I don't give a fuck. Pardon my friend, I give zero fucks. Fuck out of here. Anyway, but I love everybody because I'm love, not like Diddy love, but real love. Never mind. Anyway, people have been in the news. No, they haven't really. This is black news. So there's this guy I follow, who's a super cool dude actually. His name John Henry Styles. Super dope dude. Super dope history. Entrepreneur. Had a business. Fucking around. Fucking around. Really, truly. His first business. So the first business. Sometimes shit is just full circle and shit just is what it fucking is. Because here's the deal: his first business was his business where he laundered clothes for like movie shoots and television shoots in New York. And he had this business where he would go pick it up. He had a dude who would launder it for him, charge per pound prices. And it's one of those businesses where you make your vig, you make your cut, your chop in between. If you're getting it laundered for $1 per pound and you charge $2.50 per pound, you're fucking doing it. You get the contracts. His contracts worked. It's repeat. He got the buzz in the film community, the TV community. I think he was doing the laundry for like Law and Order or fucking Spider Man, that type of shit, right? Really good, really scalable work. He sells that business. He goes on to do a bunch of cool shit. He was part of this group. It's called Harlem Capital. Really dope investment bank. No, I'm sorry, they're a venture capital group, not an investment bank. There's a difference, but they're a venture capital group, I believe, focused on founders of color out of Harlem. He was a founding partner. If you ask me, he should have fucking just stayed there and fucking wrote that shit out. But whatever, people make their choices. He went on to create this company called Loop. He had a co-founder or co-president, whatever. Personally, I thought that shit was weird, and I'm not the only one who thought that shit was weird. It was like, so he's this hotshot entrepreneur, fucking kicking ass. He had a fucking TV show. Alicia Keys was his executive producer. Uh, he's fucking kicking it. He's fucking kicking life in the balls, and he identifies this opportunity of um, here's a fucking lesson, because I learned this lesson on myself. I'll tell you this shit from beginning to end. He had this concept of um, providing fairness and equity in the area of insurance. They called it Loop. Concept was dope. Brand was dope. Story was dope. Marketing was dope. Fucking fundraising dope. Fucking execution dope. Like motherfuckers did all the shit right. It was dope. It was fucking dope. It was fucking inspiring. It was dope to see. I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad it fucking happened. All that shit, right? He had this co-founder there in Texas. First, no, listen, motherfuckers is doing shit in Texas. I'm not gonna shit on Texas. Texas is all right. I don't like Texas. I'm a northerner, New Yorker. So we shit on Texas just for breakfast. But in all honesty, Austin, great music, startup scene, cool, whatever. Fuck it. They're in Texas. He's with this lady founder. Fuck it. It's my podcast. I'll call her a lady co-founder. She was a white lady co-founder. He's fucking hotshot. She was analyst from MIT, but I think she didn't do shit other than that. So how she is like co-CEO, first flag, I thought that maybe he was trying to make a baby with this chick. Cool. Fuck it. That's the only reason I would see she be co-president. But read out what I really think happened. Motherfuckers don't believe in themselves. Because there was no way he had that much juice to raise the fucking money. And he got to hand over half the shit to a bitch because she knows how to use the calculator. That was really fucked up to say, but this might be, I don't know. So, whatever. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Watch his channel and see how that shit turned out. So, I think sometimes as black founders, we don't believe in ourselves. And so we get uncomfortable sitting in that number one spot by ourselves. So you have all the talent, you have all the connections, you could raise all the motherfucking money. But you need a cracker looking over their shoulder because she knows how to use a calculator. So fast forward. Shit turns sour. As it often does. No worries, shit, that's how life goes, right? They're doing a dance, la-di-da, flipping the Enterprise into the next vehicle, all those things. And my man gets shook. He gets shook. Like he gets shook down. Like whenever you go through a transition, it's an opportunity to shake the motherfuckers you want to shake out, right? Like if you bouncing from the restaurant to the club and you like, listen, man, Susie is a drag. We gonna roll out from this restaurant. We gonna hit this club, but we gonna shake Susie. We gonna be like, oh, we might go to the bank. We don't know. We might go to the cafe. But at the end of the day, we gonna go to the club. So we gonna just tell Susie we go to the bank. Oh, I fucking missed the corner to that bank, Susie. We're gonna. Well, I will see you, Susie. We just might maybe we might go home. We going to the fucking club. Some man John, he got shook down, and they told him they was going to the bank, and they really went to the club and said, "Fuck this guy." It happens. And listen, So my man got his pants pulled down, like they took his shit. If you're not earning, then you're fucking learning. Learning. Learning how to keep the intellectual property maybe in a separate corporate vehicle. Maybe being comfortable standing in that number one spot by your fucking self. Eating the whole fucking pie. CEO isn't a partnership game. CEOs don't hold hands. I should make that a t-shirt. CEOs don't hold hands. That should be the whole point of this podcast. Maybe that's the whole point of this year. If you're holding fucking hands, put that shit down. Other point on my list, Tabitha Brown says, get a job. Maybe she's right. Keep a fucking job. Keep a couple and your own shit. Until the quality of jobs, you're on the fucking board here, board there. Keep them checks coming. So yeah, Tabitha Brown says, get a fucking job. Get a fucking job. Get a couple. They're going away because you get them while you can. Because in 5 years, it's gonna be breadlines. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Anyway, my other point here is AI in the music business. This shit is wrapped. It's music business and artists being people shit. It's fucking up. I wouldn't even just Google it. All the fucking new artists, fucking AI. Rarely are there going to be new artists breaking like, oh, this is a nobody person, and they're just like, I'll happen to get selected by the algorithm that you like. That shit is a fucking rap. That is a rap, bro. There's this new thing, Universal Music Group. They just made this memo basically. What is it? They just had, there's a memo. I think it's the Hollywood Reporter Pro or whatever. You pay an extra subscription, they'll send you memos from Universal Music Group or whatever to get the docs. To get these docs. And they'll send you the fucking docs, whatever. Anyway, the docs say basically radio is going to be different. It's not, well, radio doesn't exist, right? Like, it's not a thing, right? You're either listening to that shit on Spotify, or you're listening to that shit on YouTube, or you're listening to the other one, fucking TikTok. So really, what's fucking up the game is like TikTok, because they say TikTok, all those videos are derivative and fucking fucked up by the algorithm because motherfuckers duetting and remixing and all this bullshit, right? So they can't even fucking track it anyway. It's the most booming shit. It's some shit you can't even really track anyway because this is shared TikTok. So like, fuck it. So what they're doing now is like it's going to be a derivative where, let's say, an artist opts in. So if you're on Universal Music Group, let's say whether you're Frank Sinatra or The Weeknd or whatever you are, you opt in and say, yeah, you can fucking derivative my shit and I'll get paid a cent of derivative alternate songs, my inspiration, whatever. And so somebody says, oh, I want a fucking 10 Date for Christmas song by The Weeknd in the style of Rasta, whatever. And then they make this fucking song and they listen to their song, and then The Weeknd gets paid like maybe a penny because somebody thought his voice was cool for a fucking Rasta Christmas song. Anyway, that's not the problematic part. As problematic as that sounds, that's not the problematic part. The problematic part is So most you'll see it. You'll see like I think there was a R&B top 100 or top one Billboard, whatever the fuck. There was a country top whatever. There was a hip hop top whatever. I don't know. I don't think they got hip hop yet. I think there was R&B. There was country, like a number one Billboard, whatever. But there was like a soul or whatever. But so now every other week there's like a number one artist. There's these number one artists that are AI artists that are charting number one in these different categories that don't exist. So I get it. Like if somebody exists and they gotta work. And I'm looking at a couple of these artists. They have like 300, 400,000 followers. These motherfuckers who exist and work hard. They don't have 300, 400,000 followers. And listen, I'm just using my business mind, right? Like I'm just using my mind. Just a regular brain, not even a fucking AI brain that has to calculate some shit into the future. Just regular brain. If I'm Spotify and I own the platform, I'm deciding who listens to what, who it promotes what. And I'm not saying that this is even what they're doing. I'm just saying if I owned it and I had some AI artists that don't even exist and I don't have to pay them anything, I pay them zero because they don't exist. Or I can promote this guy who really exists and I have to pay him and fucking negotiate with it. What do you think I'm gonna do? Why do you think there's number one Billboard artists that don't exist? That just pop up. Like it's not even been 6 months with this technology. If you really exist, you couldn't make it to number one in 6 months. Anybody who really exists cannot make it to number one in 6 months. That would be unreasonable. But this shit is happening in multiple categories with people that don't even exist. So there's that. That's the future of the music business. Yeah. So that's my second. No, no, that was my second point. So we're talking about John Henry Styles. He got fucked out of his company. But pulling all the way around, and I'll close with this. You know, so, and this is maybe a good way to close it. So I attend Enon Baptist Church in Philadelphia and attend there. I kind of been in the mix 8 years. Like I've been with people that kind of just go or whatever, but don't really talk to people. But this year I'm talking to people and doing like the Bible study thing. Yeah, it's cool. It's dope. It's really dope. I endorse it, even though uh, I'm not always as social as I should be, but I endorse it for a number of reasons: mental health reasons, spiritual growth reasons, personal growth reasons, all the things. Um, but we were talking about, I think there's this scripture of like, you know what you should do, help me with what I don't do, or no, or I know my belief, or help me with my disbelief, or whatever. I think there's a recurring thing, like doing what you should do, or not doing what you shouldn't do, or whatever. Not directly related, but circular learnings. In the case of John Henry Styles, I'll talk about his first business. The first business was genius because it took a simple thing of labor, took a simple thing of labor and just kind of apped it. Um, I think sometimes life is strange. I would be willing to bet dollars to donuts. I would bet dollars to donuts if he did that same concept again. This is January 17th. Let's say he saw this and said, you know what, I'm going to make an app. I'm going to find somebody to wash clothes. I'm going to pick up clothes and have that guy wash clothes. And I'm going to make $1 in between. I bet dollars to donuts he would be a millionaire within 90 days. Cold. I think if he were to do that and just put his little iPhone to the side and document that shit and click that shit in with the Cody Sanchez of the world, click that shit in with the fucking Alex Hermosis of the world, click that shit in with the fucking Ryan Moran, I think his name is. I think you click that shit in with the entrepreneur community because your shit is deep. You're an entrepreneur OG. Whatever the fuck you decide to do next, the world's going to be looking. So, I apologize for my language. But maybe you let that stupid bitch hold on to that shit that she was so fucking insistent on holding on to. Let it be a fucking rock takes her to the bottom. I know there's something like my Haitian brethren. Somebody do that to them, they fucking spit on that shit and let it fucking sink them to the middle of the earth. Somebody take something from you, you don't fucking need it. Let them fucking die with it. That's my perspective. But anyway, love and blessings. I love everybody. It's a fight sometimes. It's staying alive shit. But anyway, until the next time, stay in the fight, people. Stay dangerous. Stay in the grind. Stay in the grizzy. I'm out of here.